Dr. Maltz came to understand that no one can consistently outperform their self-image. No one can long overcome it with willpower. No one can sneak past it and perform in an incongruent manner. In short, you cannot do things without being the kind of person who does those things. You must be to do. Some years ago, a mentor of mine used to urge people to set a goal to become a millionaire in 36 months. In one sense, he understood what Dr. Maltz knew, because he often said that the goal was far more valuable than the $1 million because of the kind of person you have to become to make $1 million in 36 months. He understood the be-do connection. Unfortunately, he didn't equip these people with the self-image re-engineering knowledge and support they'd need to grow into such a goal. In some respects, this becomes a cart before the horse argument. The way Dr. Maltz resolved it was by urging simultaneous work on self-image re-engineering and goal setting. The issue of congruency goes beyond just goal setting. One of our board members at the Pyscho-Cybernetics Foundation, William Brooks, is a leading sales trainer, and his company provides many well-known companies with assessment tools used in evaluating and hiring salespeople. The 4 key questions answered by each individual's assessment are: 1. Can he sell? 2. Will he sell? 3. Can he sell here, meaning in this environment? And 4. Will he sell here? These last 2 questions are important and delve into the area of congruency. For example, someone who might have all the skills and attitudes needed to excel in sales and who could sell big-ticket items to Fortune 500 CEOs won't successfully do so because it is incongruent with his self-image to sell at that level. Although that same person might excel at selling computer software to small business owners. This all boils down to the need for very honest self-appraisal. When evaluating the goals you are already working on, especially if you're struggling, or contemplating new goals, you have to ask yourself, what will my self-image have to say about this? If honest, realistic self-appraisal tells you that your self-image will not see the goal as something you are well-suited to accomplish, then you need to begin the process of targeted self-image re-engineering. To return to our seeds and ground analogy, you need to get out there and chop up that hard dirt, till it into soil, water it, fertilize it, and make it receptive to the seeds. In the 11th session, we're going to talk in exact terms about re-engineering and strengthening the self-image. Make no mistake about it, the self-image is the overriding authority that determines whether or not you will attain a goal. One of the key secrets to rapid, accelerated, zero-resistance goal achievement is to create goal and self-image congruency. Without this congruency, you are always fighting an uphill battle against all manner of resistance. With this congruency, resistance literally melts away. There is little to get in the way of the person on a goal-directed march with goals and self-image congruency. So here is the process for creating this all-important congruency. Create to-be goals, not just to-do or to-get goals. You can use your Pyscho-Cybernetics cue card to easily remember to use this particular technique. Whenever I've gotten people who are into goal setting to show me their written goals or talk to me about their goals, they almost always have 90% or more of their focus on to-get goals. The houses, cars, boats, businesses, college educations for their kids, estates as their legacies, and other tangible representations and rewards of success. Further, nearly all of the rest of their attention is given to-do goals, trips to take, books to write, people to meet, golf scores to beat, weight to lose. But very little thought was given to-be goals. You might ask yourself these questions. What kind of a person successfully achieves these kinds of goals that I want? Then, how do I match up with that person, with my strengths and with my weaknesses? Out of that thinking can come a list of to-be goals. For example, if you want to advance rapidly and be a rising star in a corporate environment, the first smart question is, what kind of a person does get rapidly promoted in this corporate culture. If that person is very articulate and persuasive, confident, fit and athletic looking, and very well organized and punctual, you can take a look at how you measure up. You may already be a very health-conscious, healthy, fit person, the kind of a person who respects and takes particular care of his health. But maybe you have a relatively limited vocabulary and feel you are limited in your communication abilities. You might set a goal to become a much more articulate, interesting communicator with an enriched, more sophisticated vocabulary. By becoming the kind of a person who has the other kinds of goals you want, you will automatically obtain those things too. This principle is remindful of an old story about the harried father babysitting his young million-questions-a-minute son while trying to watch a baseball game. Dad was paging through a magazine when he came upon a very complex photograph of a world map. He tore it out and tore it into dozens and dozens of small pieces. He gave the pieces to his son and challenged him to put it together like a jigsaw puzzle, with the promise to take him for ice cream when he did, confident that this would buy at least an hour of peace. But his son was back in minutes. When the father asked how he had gotten the picture together so quickly, his son showed him that there had been a much bigger, simpler photo of a man's face on the other side of the page. When I got the man right, his son said, the world was right too. Dr. Maltz discovered that when you get congruency between the self-image and your goals, you rapidly accelerate goal achievement and make what was once difficult easy to achieve.